and welcome to episode 4 of the So Tell Me podcast. I am your host, Claire.
And I'm the other host, Cal, or Callum. Let's just roll with this. We're five clips in trying to do the same thing slightly differently, so let's just keep it rolling.
That's Callum, I'm Claire, you're here. Excellent.
Perfect, let's just get on with it. What are we talking about?
Today we're talking about the Pfaff Creative Icon 3.
Oh, okay, fine. How would you like to start the conversation?
Tell me about it.
Tell me about it, okay. Well, to be fair, the Pfaff Creative Icon 3 is third generation. So I've got Icon.
I would guess that because there's a 3 in the name.
Yeah, you would actually.
Yeah.
That is a good guess. So Icon, Creative Icon is third generation. It comes from, I've got Icon running through my blood. When I started selling Pfaff machines, that's what started when I started. So I feel like out of everything in the business that I know very mediocre, I actually would say my knowledge is actually quite decent on the icons.
Did you just call yourself an icon?
No, not actually. Well, yeah, an icon, yeah, absolutely. So the Creative Icon started, well, the Icon 1 came out about 7 years ago.
Mm-hmm.
But obviously we started selling Pfaff 6-ish years ago, and I actually went to a sewing retreat to launch the Icon 1.
Wow.
Yeah, so it was in Birmingham. I didn't really know anyone apart from the sales manager of Pfaff at the time. And I went there, I took a van, I took an Icon, I took some accessories, and basically at this stage I had absolutely no idea how to use the machine.
Great.
So I turned up, I don't know what I was expecting, but there was like 80 really like comprehensively good seamstresses, sewers, quilters at this event.
Yeah.
But
so that's what I would expect.
But in my head, I was turning up to a sewing retreat at at the Holiday Inn with 4 sewers.
Yeah.
And it wasn't the case. It was so well organised. There was breakfast buffet. They had a schedule at 9, schedule at 12. They would go into the night until 3 a.m. sewing.
I live for this.
I couldn't believe it. Like, I genuinely was like, this is mental. Like, I've never seen anything like it.
Mm-hmm.
They all brought all of their machine. It's like they brought their craft room from home and just like dumped it into the hotel. But it was huge. So anyway, I turn up with my sewing machine in hand with all my bits, and they're like, yeah, you can go and sit up on the table over there. So I go and put my things on the table, get everything set up, and I was really happy with it, but quite nervous because I was like, what am I actually expected to do here?
Yeah, it's almost dawned on you.
Anyway,
now.
Look at the schedule. I've got a seminar at 11 on both concurrent days, and I was doing a seminar in front of all the quilters on the new Icon.
Oh.
So anyway, I've got chairs lined up in front of my desk, and then obviously I didn't know anything about the sewing machine to a degree. So I obviously started talking about the sewing machine in a seminar to like 20, 30 sewers who knew exactly what they're talking about. And if I can try and give you any light on what it's like trying to sell something to someone when they know 500 times more than you, it's never going to work. So very quickly I was humbled. Very quickly I appreciated that actually I didn't know a lot and I had to kind of just roll with it. But anyway, the point being, I went to that, I learnt a lot, I met loads of amazing people, and actually I've got 10, 15 customers who went to that retreat who now buy all of their machines through us.
Really?
Through our little network, yeah. And I filmed my first YouTube video at that retreat for the Icon, which is online somewhere on YouTube. I might delete it before we send this podcast out.
And have a look.
But that was at that retreat. So for me as a learning curve, I learned so much from that, from doing that, and that actually expedited my knowledge on icons because it was like I had to learn how to use them and had to learn what to talk about because I was thrown in the deep end.
Wow.
So that's how it started. So that was literally right at the start.
Yeah.
We did well with those Icon 1s. Naturally, that progressed to Icon 2. When the Icon 2 launched, obviously we had a great customer base, word of mouth, everything kind of just grew in that respect. And then that kind of led us into Icon 3. So as a sewing machine, if we're going to do a quick plug.
Yes, please.
Okay. So Icon as a range is, in my opinion, they're completely different to the standard Pfaff machines. That's not taking anything away from the Pfaff machines, but they are built in a completely different manner. So when you look at Icon range, you're comparing it to top of the range, Janome M17, Bernina 990, Brother Avenir. So that's the kind of pedigree you're talking. It's got things like active stitch technology. So if you're working with a really sort of funny thread or something that's a really difficult weight to balance, It has active stitch, so it will basically bring the thread through in like a meterage rather than just bringing it through with the tension discs to give a perfect stitch up and down. It's got a projector built into it. It's got hoop scanning. It's got a huge colour touchscreen display. But it is just a solid bit of machinery. So in terms of a machine that gives you access to absolutely everything on the embroidery side, the sewing side, it's got a built-in walking foot. You don't need anything else. And that's why it puts itself into that sort of pedigree top of the range. We briefly spoke about prices the other day on the other podcast, and this is what blows my mind: the fact that you could spend £200 on a sewing machine, but on the flip side with a creative icon, you could spend £12,000–13,000. It is crazy, and it comes back to my point where I was like, when we go out and you meet new people, and they say, "Oh, what do you do?" "Yeah, we sell sewing machines." "Oh, cool, yeah, my great grandma sew." And it's just they have absolutely no idea. And the R&D and the development that goes into all of these top of the range, not just Pfaff, Benina, Janome, all of them, it's 5-6 years of development. And without going into the new product that we're developing too much at the moment, learning about patents, learning about product development,
and how intensive it is,
and actually being able to have your patent attorney show you drafts and documentation of these big brands and what they're going to release in 6 years. You can actually see what is coming out in 2030, which is crazy. So like these modern machines that have just come out now, they've been in the pipeline for 3-4 years, millions in development, millions of pounds, and it's just crazy how the hobby market is so adaptive, but wanting these premium machines because people are happy to pay for them because they are so good.
It is totally wild. I mean, I literally had a conversation last night with a family member, and I was saying about these machines and said how much they were, and her immediate reaction was, You've got to be doing a business. And I'm like, no, honestly, like this is not people doing a business. This is hobby sewing.
That's probably the number 2 thing that people say when they see us at the shows. You must do that for a business. Number 1, which I'm sure you'll agree with me on, is when we've got the embroidery running on the sewing machines, they come up and go, "That's cheating."
Yes.
That's my pet peeve.
Or whenever I demonstrate the Sashiko machine, that was that's cheating. And I get it, but it's just they all have their place.
Does everyone wash their clothes by hand?
Very true. Do you wash your dishes by hand?
Is that a comparison? I'm not sure.
I mean, the job still gets done.
The job still gets done, but more efficiently. And ultimately, at the end of the day, like we said on the other podcast, well-being, just having something that you can create, that you've created, for me is the skill, it's the art.
Absolutely.
And if that just is something that you do a bit quicker or something that helps you do it more effectively, or maybe do even better things, why not?
Yeah, absolutely.
Why not?
I mean, even for someone who, thinking about the Sashiko, someone that's maybe got arthritis and can't do that hand stitching anymore, this machine gives them the ability to still do what they love.
Well, if we're talking about, accessibility, like you said, they've got automatic needle threaders now, and you literally push a button, it does it for you. The projector on the screen, on the hoop scanning, projector also acts as a product placement. So if you're on the embroidery mode and you've got your 360 by 350 hoop in, you've got your design on the screen that you can effectively manipulate, layer up, and you can move it around on the screen. It will then position live time exactly where that design is going to sit onto your hoop.
Amazing.
So if you've got a t-shirt hooped up and you want that lizard to go directly onto the t-shirt pocket, you can just move it across and the projector puts it straight onto it for you. So it makes things a lot easier as well. And ultimately, in a day and age where people pay for convenience, you can see why people buy them.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, everyone is limited on time and they want to be able to get things done. That's a lot of the reason why people upgrade their machines is I want to be able to do things easier.
The thing is, you get what you pay for. You can spend, like we said, many times. You can spend £200, you can spend 13,000. There's absolutely nothing wrong with a £1,000 machine or £500 machine. It just comes down to size, quality, and just tech, convenience. The fact that this Icon 3 has like Wi-Fi enabled, it's got built-in voice control, AI. It's unbelievable how much tech there is on these machines.
it's actually really interesting. I think we should do a separate episode about this, about how AI is coming into the sewing industry.
Massively.
Because I think that would be really fascinating to pick apart. Because a lot of things I'm seeing at the moment online is people kind of championing the fact that sewing isn't an industry that's going to be affected by it. But I mean, even the Icon 3, it's got AI in it.
I think when you look at products, I think AI has got a massive involvement. When you look at the way you run a business, that's got a massive involvement. And I think if you're not using AI, if you're not kind of accepting that AI is coming in, I think you're a few years behind.
Yeah.
Because you have to accept that is going to be happening, and you've just got to find a way to diversify with it.
Yeah.
100%.
Yeah. No, I totally agree.
But yeah, so the Icon 3 is officially launching August, September. So I think you'll be able to see it at the Festival of Quilts, which seems to be the favourite thing that we talk about all the time at the moment.
I know. It's coming up fast.
It is. So yeah, I mean, we've already gone to our loyal customer base and offered them some exciting
you and Ben
little promotion
really
offers.
Hard.
Yeah, yesterday I didn't let Ben go home.
No.
He's actually stayed here overnight.
He was a little bit stressed, I'm not gonna lie. But no, it's incredible.
But that's down to our unbelievable part exchange program, as we are the largest sewing machine part exchange dealer in the UK.
Cheeky plug.
Yeah, well, we started that a few years ago, didn't we?
Yeah.
And I think the thing with part exchange is there's a very fine balance that you've got to strike with it, because ultimately, from a business perspective, we are taking quite a big punt on customers who promise us that their machines are in X, Y, or Z condition.
Yeah.
We take these machines in good faith.
Yeah.
We give them a good part exchange price on the spot. There's no quibble. We don't get it in and then say, right, actually, we're going to knock 500 quid off.
Yeah.
Like we buy any car.
Yeah.
I might have to take that out because they might sue me for that. But the point is, it's very honest selling. So 99 out of 100 times, it's fine, and the customer says what they say, and that's why we've got such a good relationship with all our customers.
Exactly.
But you do get the odd one where you get it in, and you're giving £3,000-4,000 sometimes for part X, and the machine just is not up to the scratch for what you need it to be. So we really try and push part X's that only have packaging.
Yeah.
But obviously the way in which we do our part X is so seamless, and that's why people keep coming back.
Yeah.
We give the best prices because we have the second-hand marketplace that is trusted. 14-point checks on all machines by a head engineer. We give a year's warranty. You receive that pre-loved machine like a brand new machine.
Yeah.
So, the plugs are endless on this podcast today, but that for me is what makes the buying and selling process of especially these higher end machines so feasible for the customers, because we had 3 ladies who bought the new Icon 3 yesterday. They only bought the Icon 2 off us a year ago. So you've got to make that viable for them financially, and make sure, it is going to be, accessible for them, because they do want the latest machines, but they don't want to just lose £8,000 on the machine they bought.
Absolutely.
So absolutely. It's a process. It's really interesting. And obviously, as we've kind of grown and developed and built our Part X program and our tool, which we've done on the websites, Barnyards and Sew Centre, it's stuff that we've had to just learn and adapt with as we grow. Yeah. The way we price machines, we, without sounding, arrogant, we, people use our part exchange prices to get a quote, and then, they might even go back to their own dealer and say, look, these guys have offered us this, will you match it? And, the fact that we're setting a name for ourselves in the market like that is really exciting, because they trust what we say. Yeah. We say it how it is. We don't just try and screw a price down, and we give the right price.
Yeah.
And that's why people come back.
Yeah. No, it is. It's really interesting. And I think we will do a separate episode talking about the part exchange program
and how it started, because it is really interesting, and where how that process works, where we store the machines, what an appraisal looks like, how does it look when you're buying a pre-loved machine on our marketplace, when you receive the machine, what's the difference?
Yeah.
All of that fun stuff. I'll talk to you about it all day.
Plug.
It's been a pluggy one.
It's good.
It wasn't intentional. I just get a bit passionate about it.
Yeah, I noticed. Shall we move on to our story?
I would love to, because I am a little bit apprehensive about this, because you ran into the room saying, I've got the funniest story, but you don't know it.
Yeah.
Laughing hysterically. So I'm quite keen to see how this is going to play out.
So this is not my story. I can't take credit for this. This is from our head engineer, Will.
Okay.
So I went downstairs and said, Will, I need a story. And he kind of sat long and hard and went, okay, Callum doesn't know this story. And I was like, that's perfect. Tell me what it is. So, the story is, Will was going to an exhibition.
Okay.
In the van.
Yep.
The van was fully loaded, ready to go, and he was setting off from home.
Can I ask just one question for you, Carol, with the story?
Yeah.
Is this going to annoy me?
No.
Is Will going to lose his job?
No.
Okay, fine.
No, I don't think so.
Okay.
I hope not. He's got a lot of work to do, so no. So Will sets off from home. All the stuff's in the van. His stuff's in the back of the van. He starts driving down the motorway. Or he didn't specifically say motorway. He just said
You're
roads.
elaborating now.
I'm elaborating. Bear in mind, he did tell me this story quite a while ago. Just makes it even funnier that you don't know it. So he's driving down the road, and a light starts flashing on the van, which is not unusual.
Yeah.
And he goes, "What is that? What is that?" And it says, "A door's open."
Stop.
Your face is an absolute picture. So he's like checking all the doors, going, "Well, they're not open."
Well, there's only 2 doors, so he must have checked it quick. So what are the doors talking about, Claire?
So he pulls over. It's fine. It's fine. He pulls over, and he's left the back door open. Luckily,
Claire, what's he got in the van? You got machines in the van.
it's got machines. But it's fine. All the machines are fine.
Where did he get to?
His belongings, however, are strewn down the road, so he has to turn around and go back.
You're making this up.
I'm honestly not.
Why has he not told me this?
Find all his belongings on the side of the road.
Are you joking?
I'm honestly not joking. So yeah,
That
our
is
story.
mental.
Yeah.
He's not told me that.
He's not told you that.
That's
He was
hilarious.
really scared. So yeah.
The truth comes out, doesn't it?
Yeah. Oh
I don't
God,
know
it's got
word
me in
about that.
tears.
Okay,
It's
yeah,
so
that is
funny.
actually quite funny, to be fair.
Yeah,
I don't even know what to say to that.
he's seething. I can see it.
I feel like he's dropped all the machines out the back of the van and he's just not telling me.
Oh, he hasn't.
Are you sure it was just closed?
I'm sure. I'm sure. I think you would have known.
As if he left the back door open? That's so stupid.
What
better
surprises
than
me
that.
is you would think a van would have like a cutout if the door is literally open.
I want to know where he got to. Can you
Oh,
imagine
I
if he got to the
dunno.
motorway and the doors are just out
Oh.
wide open?
No one near me would have just
That's a
been
funny
like,
story.
Oh, well.
Okay, I'll actually give you that. I actually had no idea about that story.
Really?
No, literally
Yeah,
not an
that's
idea.
That's good. And Will keeping his job?
So, job's kept. We just need to maybe create a process to make sure he keeps the door closed when he sets off.
Yeah.
That is funny. I can just imagine him going and picking up all his clothes, like one by one, like a
Yeah.
hungry hippo, going to collect its little.
So yes, that is my story. So
That's brilliant.
yeah. Please, guys, send us your funny stories.
Yeah, we're going to run out.
Well, we're going to run out of staff because Callum's going to sack them all when he finds out what really goes on. Yeah, please send us your stories. Anything funny, daft, sewing related or not. We'd love to hear
100%.
it because our customers are brilliant. Shall we move on to Two Truths and a Lie?
Let's do it. I'm just going to quickly check my phone because I can't actually remember what my 2 truths and a lie were.
Okay.
So just bear me 2 seconds.
Do you want to recap mine?
Yes, because we've not gone through that yet, have
No.
we? So I've got them here. So let's go through yours first.
Okay.
Okay. So where we left it last week, can you remind us, please, what your, in any particular order, what they were?
Order. Okay. So I believe my first one was my first experience with sewing scissors, fabric scissors, I should say, was using them to cut wrapping paper on my mum's handmade quilt, and in the process cut a massive hole in said quilt.
That is shocking, by the way. I've just remembered what your other one was, which is making me laugh already, but carry on.
And there's 2 offences there. It's one, using fabric scissors for paper,
Yeah.
which I'm surprised I'm allowed in the industry for that very
That is
sin.
horrendous.
And the second one is obviously cutting a massive hole in my mum's handmade quilt. So yeah.
Okay, number 2.
Number 2 was I applied for the sewing bee and got rejected.
No. We've been there.
Have we?
Number 3. Number 3.
Number 3 is a very good friend of mine asked me to hem her wedding trousers, white trousers, and it was in the early days of me sewing, and I used blue chalk.
Yeah, look, because I know you very well, and I know the fact that I know your personality. I know the first and last one of the truth. I feel like that is absolutely outrageous that you did that on a wedding dress, and I think it's outrageous that you ruined your mum's quilts. And I know you haven't even told me if I'm right or wrong, but I know I'm right because I know someone who would apply for a sewing bee, and it's not you. I'm the type of guy who would apply for the sewing bee.
And that's a different story that we need in the next episode.
Okay.
But yes, you are indeed correct. So, Mum, Sarah, I am so sorry. Luckily, the quilt was salvaged by my mum. She's very talented, so she's fine. And I was allowed to use said sewing scissors again. In fact, I think I have said scissors. I think I stole them from my mum.
Maybe you need to like just put them in
home.
like a trophy box or something, just to kind of remind everyone how.
What with the quilt behind?
Cut into pieces.
Just insult to injury.
Cut into absolute pieces.
Yeah. And then Sarah, God love you, I did indeed put blue chalk on her white trousers. Luckily, it came off with a lot of patience, and I kind of glazed over it when I gave her the trousers.
Oh my gosh.
So yes,
so
thank
we
you
lived,
for still
we lived
being
to
my
tell
friend.
the tale, and she did get married.
She did indeed.
Okay,
Yeah.
fine. So before I forget, because I've literally just looked at my phone 3 times because I think I'm going to forget.
Okay.
I think you might know 1 or 2 of these, so I'm just going to go for them.
I'm going to try really hard not to react.
Yeah. Okay. So 2 truths and a lie. So I'm going to do them in a random order.
Yeah.
So the first one is I've got an auntie who's got a quilt shop in Norfolk.
Oh, okay.
Okay. The second one.
You can't remember?
Can't remember. 1 second.
We need to have So Tell Me iPads.
We do. The second one is I've got a museum in Scotland for my family name that I've been to visit 3 times.
Okay, yeah, McPherson, yeah.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
And I've forgotten the third one. Oh, and the third one is we started a TikTok page when I started the business.
Yeah.
And it got 2.5 million views on the first video we did and 62,000 likes.
Wow, that makes me feel a bit inadequate.
Yeah, well, this is what we're gauging you against. Good thing you're in your probation still. Anyway, that is 3, 1 truth, 1 lie, 2 truths. Good luck.
Ooh, okay. Well, let us know in the comments what you think. I'm not even sure what I think on that one.
Same.
Right, okay. Well, see us for the next episode to find out which one's 2 truths and a lie.
It's going to struggle to keep this up, aren't we? But we'll keep going.
We'll keep going. We might have to get some guests to do their 2 truths and a lie.
Are you bored of me already?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, fair.
So thank you for watching or listening. You can keep up to date with all of the things we are doing on our social media. It includes Instagram, YouTube, TikTok, Facebook. You can also get in touch with us via email, phone, or direct message. And keep posted for the next episode of So Tell Me Podcast next Thursday.
Love you, bye.
Bye.